Dealing with brittle filament, stringing, weak layers, or prints that fail for no obvious reason can be incredibly frustrating. In this video, we're counting down the 7 best filament dryer boxes that help keep your filament dry, your prints cleaner, and your whole 3D printing workflow far more reliable. All the links are in the description so you can check out the current prices. Let's dive in. Number 7. Creality Space PIX4. Nothing is more annoying than spending hours on a print only to see rough surfaces, popping sounds, or weak layer bonding caused by damp filament. If you print often and keep several spools around, a larger dryer can make a huge difference in your daily workflow. That is where the Creality Space PIX4 becomes a very practical option. This model is especially appealing for people who want to dry multiple spools at once without constantly rotating filament in and out of a smaller box. Being able to handle 4 rolls together makes it much easier to prep for longer projects, multicolor jobs, or simply keep your favorite materials ready to go. That convenience can save a surprising amount of time over the course of a week. Another major advantage is flexibility. The dual compartment design with separate controls gives you more freedom when you are working with different filament types that do not all want the same drying conditions. Tap the link in the description to check it out. Number 6. Sunlu SP2. For many 3D printing users, the ideal dryer is not just something that removes moisture. It also needs to store filament well and fit naturally into the printing process. That is exactly what makes the Sunlu SP2 such an attractive choice. It is built for people who want a combination of drying, storage, and day-to-day convenience in one solution. One of the first things that stands out is its practical 2-spool capacity. That is a very nice middle ground for hobbyists and serious home users who print with more than one material but do not necessarily need a massive 4-roll machine. It gives you enough room to prepare 2 standard spools together, which is great for keeping your next project ready without taking over your whole workspace. The all-in-one approach is another major benefit. Being able to dry filament, keep it sealed, and feed it directly to the printer makes the whole process smoother. Check out the link in the description to see more. Number 5. Chitu E1. This filament dryer box is designed for users who need larger capacity and smarter moisture control without turning filament care into a separate chore. The biggest appeal here is how much it supports a busier printing setup. With room for 4 spools and multiple filament paths, it makes far more sense for makers who juggle several projects, use more than one printer, or simply prefer having different materials ready to go. That kind of capacity can make a workshop feel more efficient and much less cluttered. What also makes it stand out is its automatic behavior. A dryer that can monitor humidity and activate when moisture rises adds a real layer of convenience, especially for users who store filament long-term. Instead of constantly checking conditions and remembering to start a cycle yourself, the machine helps protect your materials more proactively. That makes it feel more like a true storage solution rather than just a heat box. If you liked it, check it out by clicking the link in the description. Number 4. Sunlu S4. Some filament dryers are meant for casual use, while others clearly aim to be the center of a more demanding printing setup. The Sunlu S4 definitely feels like the second kind. This is a strong pick for people who print frequently, use multiple spools at once, or want a larger drying station that can support more ambitious projects. Its biggest selling point is capacity. Being able to dry up to 4 standard spools at one time can completely change how you manage filament, especially if you run several printers or often switch between materials. Instead of planning around dryer space, you can prepare a batch of filament together and keep your workflow moving much more smoothly. It also seems built for more even and effective drying. A stronger heater and multiple circulation fans help create a more consistent environment across the chamber, which is exactly what you want when dealing with moisture-sensitive materials. Uneven drying can lead to uneven results, so having a system designed to improve consistency is a real advantage for print quality. I've left the link in the description. Number 3. Creality Space Pi Plus. This Creality filament dryer box balances helpful features with a very approachable everyday experience. The 2-roll design is a big reason for that. It gives you more capacity than a basic single-spool dryer, but it still feels manageable for most home users. If you print with two printers, like to keep one spool drying while another is in use, or regularly swap materials, that extra room makes the dryer far more useful without becoming oversized. Its heating design is another strong point. Better air circulation and a more uniform drying environment can have a real impact on print reliability, especially with filaments that are more sensitive to moisture. When your filament dries more consistently, you can expect more consistent extrusion, cleaner surfaces, and fewer frustrating print defects that waste time and material. For more opinions, see the link below. Number 2. Calm Grow. For many makers, the best dryer is the one that combines fast heating, strong sealing, good safety features, and simple operation in one dependable package. That is why the Calm Grow ranks so highly. It feels like a very practical answer for users who want better filament care without making the process overly technical. One of its biggest strengths is how quickly it gets up to temperature. Faster heating means less waiting before your filament is ready, which is especially helpful when you discover at the last moment that a spool has absorbed moisture. Instead of putting off a print or hoping for the best, you can start correcting the issue much more quickly. The preset system is another major advantage for ease of use. Not everyone wants to research drying settings every time they change materials, and one-key profiles help make the process feel much more accessible. That is great for beginners, but it is also valuable for experienced users who simply want to move faster and spend more time printing instead of managing equipment. Did you like it? In the description, you can find the link for more details. Number 1. IBOS. This option brings together strong drying performance, smart control, and unusually thoughtful design choices that make it stand out from the rest. The feature that really separates it is the automatic rotation system. Drying is not just about adding heat, it is about making sure the entire spool gets treated as evenly as possible. By rotating the filament during drying, this unit aims to reduce the top-to-bottom differences that can happen in more static designs. That makes the whole process feel more advanced and more focused on true consistency. Its capacity and flexibility are also excellent. It can handle regular dual-spool use, but it also supports larger spools with the extension kit, which is a huge benefit for users who work with bulk filament. That means you are not forced to buy a separate solution for bigger rolls, and that kind of adaptability adds real long-term value. If you're interested in this model, the link is just below. Well, that concludes our review of the 7 best filament dryer boxes you can get right now. If you are interested in any of them, all the links are in the description. You can check the current prices or get a deal. And hey, there's also a free trial of Amazon Prime. 30 days, no shipping costs, faster delivery. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more top picks like this. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.